What?
Ha.
We've been gone for 2 weeks.
Listen,
Karma.
we had a
Fucking
wedding.
karma.
We had a wedding.
Yeah, I know.
Boss wedding. It was fucking awesome.
I have heard some things. We already talked about it. My dad has told me a bit about it because he was there.
Yeah.
They were great.
Working security.
So fucking tell everyone about it.
What part?
Everything. Well, because I know instead of the bridal dance, there was a dunk tank.
Uh-huh.
No, well, it was both.
Yeah.
That was the dollar dance. You gave
Yeah.
$1, then you got a shot, you
Yeah.
danced, and then you went out for a chance to dunk.
Yeah.
And then the other thing my dad told me was that instead of buying like a catering or whatever,
Heck
you guys
yeah.
got 5 different places of pizza.
Uh-huh.
Well, it was
in the
supposed to be
area.
5.
Yep.
But
The order for Pizza Hut, for whatever reason, messed up online, and we never actually got it.
they were lit.
Yeah.
So we just ordered extra from somewhere else.
Yeah.
But we had like Lasca's Pizza Town.
Yeah.
Punksy Pizza, and that was all those 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised they didn't do Luigi's.
No, my dad said Mayway or something. Or gimmicks.
I don't know. I honestly don't even know what all the pizzas
I don't remember.
got.
I thought there was
Yeah.
only 4 signs, and they took the Pizza Hut one out.
Yeah. So my sister's whole thing was, we don't really care about the wedding part of things. We just want to throw a fucking awesome party. So for months now, they had been saying that there's a surprise at 9:00. And everybody was guessing. I was pretty sure what it was, because at one point I was holding my sister's phone and a text message popped up. And it was from somebody that I was like, they work for this company. I wonder if this is the surprise. And I ended up being right. It was fireworks.
We saw them setting up in the field across from...
They got fireworks at the end of the night. So first she was like, I don't want to have to worry about stuffy food that everybody's going to throw away. I want something that I know every single one of my friends is going to eat, because we're all partiers, we're all drinkers, we're all going to enjoy this night, and it's something that everybody wants. Pizza. So then the other thing she was thinking about during pictures, she's like, all the time during weddings, you're so bored sitting there waiting for them to be done with pictures after the ceremony. What are you doing? Okay. Sometimes they have boring food. Sometimes they just don't have food. You just have to sit there and wait. I want not a charcuterie board. I want a charcuterie table. So we had a full spread of charcuterie stuff. Pickles, olives, crackers, cheese, meats. There was fruit, dips, like all kinds of stuff. Everything that you could want. And there was like a refrigerator full of charcuterie stuff in my house for how long did I had that? A week and a half I had that in my fridge. Which, convenient, I had a second fridge.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I didn't go in the second fridge, so I don't know when you put it in there.
So
you're looking at me, and I'm like, I don't have the answers.
That was just convenient at the time. And then she's like, I just want this to be the talk of the year. So her fiance's job, Matt, was to organize the dunk tank. Initially, it was for one of their friends that tends to need babysitting because he gets into trouble very easily. Yeah. And they were like, what can we do to keep him under control? So the first
Your dad was the second answer.
Yeah.
So the first answer was, if he wanted drinks, he only has a certain number of beer chips that he can use. So he's not like asking the bartenders for all different kinds of drinks. He only has a certain number of chips. And then the second one was to put him in the dunk tank to keep him babysat.
Yeah.
The best part is he was all gung-ho for it.
He was,
And
yeah.
then
And then he
some
didn't show
stuff
up.
happened. Yeah, some stuff happened. He bailed.
Yep, some drama happened. He didn't end up showing up. So, my fantastic husband, Cody here, it's convenient
Dude,
for you too,
that was
because
the best decision I ever made.
you were miserable up until that point.
like, it was just so hot that I was like, this is uncomfortable. Like, I'm sticky. I'm sweaty. And
it was almost 90 degrees or something. Right?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And I was like,
I just want to go home.
Yeah, well, not even go home. No, I'm like, I just, like, want to get out of these clothes. And I want to put on, like, comfortable clothes. Like, you know. And then I saw the opportunity and I took it. And I was like, do you guys have anybody for the dunk tank? And they were like, I don't know. We're probably just going to ask for volunteers. I was like, I'll go down and get changed. And they're like, I mean, you don't have to, but like, if you want to. And I'm like, absolutely. I'll go down right now. So I went down and changed, came back and like got on the dunk tank. And then it was so funny just heckling people the whole time. It was just a super fun time.
And everybody kept coming up to me and being like, so did you organize this? Like, what happened? I was like, I had nothing to do with this decision. That was all him. He didn't even ask me. Like,
no, I thought you knew though.
I knew after you decided.
I thought
you didn't talk to me. They didn't talk to me. It was just, Cody's going in the dunk tank. Cool. Because initially it was just you were going to go home to change your clothes, take care of the dog, and then later on in the evening come back to like see if I needed help or anything, and then to drive me home. It was
whenever. Well, it was whenever we found out there was fireworks.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll be back for fireworks.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a partier and I'm not a freaking.
And you didn't know barely any half of them.
I mean, I knew some people, but like I just knew them from around town.
Right.
You know.
Right.
It was nice though because I got to talk and meet talk to and meet a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So then, other than the dunk tank and the fireworks, somebody. This is a Megan story, so this is gonna be super hilarious. Somebody was trashed like real quick. Stood up on one of the tables,
a folding
inside.
Table with glass containers all over.
So my sister's centerpieces were these tall glass cylinders. One had a candle in it. The other one had a flower stem.
Lit
candle. Okay, so there's 3 glass cylinders as the centerpieces. He's standing up on the table, literally half a step away from these glass containers.
Dancing.
We saw him get up onto the table. All of a sudden, Megan is like materialized beside him. She was sitting over here, and he's at the table on the other end, like almost near the washer and dryer, like that far away from us. And I was like, I didn't even see her get up out of the chair.
She just started
and
screaming.
She was over there. Get off the fucking table! Well, I don't know if she swore. I don't remember exactly what she said, but she was yelling, "Get down off the table." But she was like on that, like a freaking bodyguard. It was awesome. When all that was said and done, the guy like huffed away or whatever.
No,
Then like a minute or two later, he came back and apologized. He was like, I shouldn't have done that. I didn't realize there was a flame there. No, he like went over and talked to them and then he came back.
I was there. I heard him say it as he was getting down. He was like, all right, sorry. And then got down and like walked away. Then came back and said sorry again.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It was. My thing was I was just like, whenever he stepped back, he almost fell backwards. And the glass went and like wax from the candle splashed everywhere. And like all kinds of stuff. And I was like.
It was really fun.
There was one other thing my dad told me.
Okay.
I don't know if this was after all the pizza was gone or most of the pizza was gone.
Oh.
Someone
the taco
brought Taco Bell
That was
on a whole entire cart.
That was her.
That was Kayla.
They were like, yeah, the tacos are here. And we're like, what?
So Kayla told me, she's like, I'm ordering tacos. Mom's like, why? You already have a shit ton of food. Like, you don't need to order anything else. And she's like, when I'm drinking at 9:00, I want tacos. So we're getting tacos. And I had a whole, like, two racks on a cart full of just random tacos and burritos and shit. And Megan and I were setting it up, and I was like, I might as well just wheel this cart around, see who wants them. And then I left them at the end of the table, like, by the bathrooms. I went to talk to somebody or to get something, and I was only gone like 3 or 4 minutes. I came back and everything was gone.
Yeah, Jake was not happy.
Jake, oh yeah,
From the borough. Oh.
the bartender.
He was not happy. He's like, "Hey man," he's like, "Have you seen the tacos?" And I'm like, "It's down there. It's empty." And he was like it literally looked like I just killed his family.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "I didn't even have any."
Oh, it
was so
really
funny.
fun.
You just saw a bunch of drunk people just dancing, just
Yep, eating on a taco.
eating a full taco.
Shirts
just,
are half open.
Yeah,
like
just-
suspenders are down off their shoulders. It was great. It
just-
was great. Shout out to Darkwater Duo. Amazing live band.
They had that live band that
Amazing.
plays down there. I was like sitting there, I'm like, all right, let's see what trash they're gonna play. And they started out playing Bad Religion, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, this is gonna be a good night.
They played Three Doors Down. They played The Killers. They played a Fall Out Boy song.
It was like acoustic versions of all these songs, but
and
like
really good.
when they opened with that the Losing My Religion,
Yeah.
that song, it was like I was like, holy shit, these guys sound good.
Yeah.
Like they sound
Yeah.
good and
And he said acoustic, but like high energy. Not that, lazy sitting in a chair, just bop
Yeah,
your head
okay.
kind of
All
thing.
right,
Like
got
it.
yeah,
everybody
not
was-
like they're sitting on a stool. Like they were standing and like they had a keyboardist or a keyboard a keyboard player and then did the one guy have an electric guitar? And the other guy had an acoustic
I
electric?
didn't pay attention.
They might have both had acoustic electric. But
They were awesome. They had a DJ till 9, and then the band played till midnight.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was. Super
I'm gonna
fun.
say it flat out. Fuck that DJ.
His song choices were cool.
No, they were terrible.
I thought so.
The whole night he's like, let me just do what everybody else does and play shots. And then played Fireball and like literally played like the cheesiest fucking songs ever. And I was like,
Yeah,
this
but I
is
like
so
that stuff,
boring.
so.
Yeah, I know you like it, but you have a bad taste in most music. So I was just like, I was just sitting there. I'm like, can't wait till he plays the fucking Macarena. Because like I will say, as soon as the band started playing, like I was gonna leave, and then the live band started playing, and they started out with like Bad Religion, and started playing other songs, and I was like, I don't really want to go now, so I just stayed
great,
longer.
yeah.
I stood there with Dylan in the yard and just bullshit with him, but most of the time we were just standing there like singing along to all the songs they were playing, and I was like, they should have just had this band the whole time, but I know
Yeah.
it's hard to play.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played gigs for like 45-minute sets, and I'm like, that's fucking enough for me.
Right.
Like, I don't want to do
They
this.
they had a break though. They did 3 songs and then it was the fireworks and then they finished out their set after the fireworks.
How long was their set?
2.5 hours, I think, from 9 to midnight.
So 3 songs is only 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So 15 minutes, and then however many more songs they played.
Yeah.
So my thing is that's still a lot. Given they are just singing, like, that's not as harsh on your vocals as like screaming.
Yeah. Right.
Which is why I would not want to do over like 45-minute and hours stretching it big time.
Right.
Like professional bigger bands do that. I would not want to do that. Like, that'd be so bad. But yeah, like I think they were, for me personally, they were the highlight of the night. The fireworks were really cool, but I think the band, like,
Yeah.
they were on another level. They were super cool.
Good.
Especially, like I said, when they didn't play. Just, all right, we're going to play every country song under the under the sun. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
No
just,
thanks.
You're just a copy of every other bar band.
No, they were really awesome. Dark
Yeah.
Water Duo.
Super cool.
Super, super cool. But overall, I'd say I haven't been to very many weddings, but I'd say that's a solid 9.5 out of 10.
Out of all the weddings I've been to, I would give it close. I would give it probably like a 7.5.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
He's not a fan of weddings to begin with, so that's
I've been to weddings that
generous.
don't seem like weddings.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell this was like a party, but it was still very much a wedding.
Yeah.
I've been to weddings that are not at all like a wedding, and they are so much fun that it's insane. I still think, I'm like, if they would have like went out in the yard and they would have set up like 10 cornhole boards and like all kinds of different stuff and like make it like a real like backyard barbecue type thing. If there was more things to do besides just drink, that would have been
drink and dance.
insane.
Yeah.
But I don't drink very much and I do not dance at all. So that took both of the main events out for me. That's why I was like, I'll do the freaking dunk tank. Like, I'm not going to be doing much else. So I'm like, I was just making sure she ate and she was like good.
I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of took on the role of being manager of the day because it's really like, from the weddings I've been to, it's been the job of the DJ to keep track of time and like events and stuff and to keep like things moving. He was not.
He did not
paying
do that
attention
at all.
It was like,
oh, shout out to, what is it, ANS event planning?
yeah.
Alicia and Stacy's thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that helped plan this entire thing.
Yeah,
Like they were there and helped run everything. They
managed
sent me
the
and Dylan down to
food
get
and
Laskas, like made sure the pizza deliveries were going, kept track of everything.
we
like,
needed more bottled water at one point, so they ran to get bottled water.
yeah, like Krista did a good job at like keeping track, but I think she did a lot more than she had to because she was like wanted to make sure everything was great for Kayla, which is understandable.
Yeah.
But like they had everything figured out. They had everything running smoothly. Like everything was good. It's just the only thing is that the DJ sucked.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But even then, like there was times we were talking about it, like the garter and stuff. She was like, I can't get Kayla and Matt together to do this. And I'm like, just let them go. I'm like, it's their wedding. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they said the next day. They were like, we didn't do the garter. Or they were like, you didn't even do the garter. And they were like, we don't care. Like, we're having too much fun. They were
Yeah.
out doing stuff. And that's what I told her. Like, I was like, you guys are doing great. You guys made a very fun environment, a fun party. Don't be hard on yourself over a stupid wedding tradition that
Nobody cares about it, really.
honestly, no one cares about except for the grandmas, because the grandmas are the only ones who brought it up the next day. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
all right, we should probably get back to this. No one gives a fuck about our wedding time. So,
No, it was fun.
Yeah,
It-
that was your version of small talk.
Yeah.
yeah.
My version was 2 weeks ago. I burned a lawnmower.
Oh, that was funny.
At the same place where the wedding
Yeah.
Yeah.
place.
I kept looking around for the burn marks on the ground.
Oh, if you would have started to go down to like the actual stage, you would have seen that whole entire burn.
Oh, it was near the
Spot.
stage.
Wait,
I didn't
the
know.
It was
stage-
going towards the stage.
Okay, so if you're looking at like the gift shop, it's to the right, like down over that stage.
well, it was in that small.
Or yeah, that's not
Tree
a stage.
patch.
That where they had the ceremony. That was just like 2 brick
The
walls.
landscaping.
Yeah, the
that they just put
landscaping.
in.
That's where the ceremony was
Yeah.
that.
But if you looked down to the actual stage, there's a small little greenery patch, and then it goes to like another road.
Down where they had to get Broadster.
Yeah.
Because he ran down
He
there.
didn't wanna take pictures.
He didn't want to take pictures, so he just bolted.
5-year-old. He was not having
Oh,
it.
Yeah. He just ran, and his
Yeah.
dad was like, started going after him.
But yeah, there is a pitch black.
So, question. Did it like explode or did it just like catch fire?
I can show. No, well, the tires exploded for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
No, I mean, it's just heat.
I didn't think it would get hot enough for that.
Heat makes air expand. It doesn't take much.
On our Instagram, there is already a picture of the actual lawnmower
Post burning.
post burning. I will show Krista this picture of an actual
Holy-
lawnmower on fire.
It looks like the tree's on fire.
Yeah, it was very close. It was probably 4 feet away from the actual tree. So this is how it all happened.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm driving this lawnmower. It's a new lawnmower. It's 2 months old.
Okay.
I'm driving it.
Like new or used?
New.
Brand
New.
Brand spanking new.
Brand fucking new. I'm driving. The lawnmower's smoking a bit more, but I didn't notice this because I'm going over a bunch of hay and dust is going all over the place. So I'm going, I turned, and I just see the smallest speck of orange. I'm like, I can easily get that. I look on the other side, and there's fire erupting from the actual engine. So what do you think I should have done in this moment?
Turned it off?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, correct. Correct. I mean, after I got off and turned it off, what do you think I should have done?
Call 911.
Yeah.
We'll get to that point. So, when you get fire and you give it oxygen, it goes more fire.
Did you blow on it?
No, well,
Did you pee on it?
no. Yes, I did blow on it a little bit, trying to like step on it, but then I opened the actual hood.
Oh my god!
And it went up. So
you
here,
just gave it more oxygen.
Singed eyebrows.
So here I go. This thing is on fire. I'm like, I'm trying to step on it with my foot. It's not really doing much.
Well, no
I'm
shit.
just fucking making my foot burn. As the person that's working at the moment comes out the door, yells at me and says, "What do we do?" That is the worst question.
911!
That is the worst question to ask me. She starts saying, like, should we do this? Should we put water on it? Should we do this? You should call your father, because he was just there 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a problem until this is now on fire. And then I'm like, I don't care. I don't know. And she goes to get the water hose and is calling 911. The hose is not reaching at all.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way it's reaching. It's over by the grass. I am still in gravel.
Yeah.
So here I am. I'm calling my dad. She calls the fire department. My dad is irritated but laughing at me at the same time. 5 minutes later, tires are exploding. It's erupting black smoke. And finally, the fire department comes and they slowly put it out. My dad is laughing the whole time at me. I am laughing. And I'm thinking, this is kind of cool. And luckily it's insured, but still it erupting into flames, only 2 months old.
So we definitely have to cut this out. What brand was it? Just beep it. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're telling your dad.
Oh, shit.
Pieces of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Should have got a cub.
The only other thing that's been happening is I've just been too immersed in the new, quote-unquote, new Pokemon game, Pokemon Infinite Fusion.
Yeah, I've been playing that on and off. We started watching that Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't got as far as I did, but it gets pretty wild pretty fast. So,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
Lots of, like, things, but...
Norse mythology is weird. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
It's just weird. But also, you know how, like, you get used to watching anime in Japanese and then you read the subtitles? This, we tried to listen to the dubbed English version, and it was like an old Godzilla movie where their mouth is, like, moving super fast, but they
Yeah.
go, hey, what's going on? And it's like... And then, like, their mouth stops moving and they're, like, continuing to talk.
Yeah.
Or they
That's-
stop talking and their
It's
mouth
hard
is
to
still
watch.
moving.
So weird.
It's horrible. So I went on Netflix and I like went down and I was like, oh, the Swedish original. So I clicked on it. It's all in Swedish.
With
But
English
if you read,
subtitles.
if you read the English subtitles,
It's fine.
it's really good. It doesn't bother me at all.
Okay.
It's so interesting listening to them talk, too, because you can kind of hear English words.
Well,
In
do you know
there.
why? It sounds like a lot of Germanic. I've understood a lot of what they say without reading the subtitles, because I used to speak German. I not like super fluent, but
Yeah.
it took 3 years of it, so like I understand a lot of it.
Howdy, hi, and hello. Welcome to CNC Talks after almost 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. that was
Damn, yeah,
30 minutes.
27.
Yeah.
Nice. 30 minutes of small talk.
Welcome to our quote-unquote 50-ish episode. Because when this comes out, it'll not be our 50th. Because of the whole entire technically be 3 weeks that we weren't able to record this. Instead of doing an actual topic, we're going to actually ask each other questions to get, for you people, for you beautiful things. Fuckers.
Creatures.
There you go, you beautiful creatures.
Hey.
Emphasis on creatures. I know a lot of you, so.
You will get to know us better. A portion of us better. The main of us better. So who wants to start? I know, Cody, you have nothing. I'm outing you out right now.
I'm more here to answer. All my questions I could just answer myself. I kind of misunderstood the assignment.
The point is to ask the questions to us.
I know. I misunderstood the assignment. I was like, I got nothing. I'm like, I don't have any questions about the campaign. I don't have any questions about D&D that I can't already pretty much answer myself. I was like, I really don't know. And then once Noah explained it, I was like, oh, wow. Not my fault for bad explanation. Don't you flip me off.
I gave you a thumbs up, dickhead.
You flipped me off. I just called you out for no reason, just being a dick. Okay, let's go.
I have
false.
I have a basic. All right, there's no such thing as an age. How old are we, fuckers?
Oh, that's true. I just turned 30 last month. Well, I guess now it's 2 months ago.
Technically, I'm a cougar at 31.
Yeah, her birthday is 13 days away from mine.
And a year.
Oh, a year and 13 days. So I turned 30, she turned 31 2 weeks later.
Yep.
So.
And I am 21, but I'm about to turn 22.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wait, is it this month?
It's this month.
Oh, why do I keep thinking it's July?
Oh, fucking.
What is it? June 23rd?
No.
Why is the 23rd sticking out? Is it the 26th?
No.
I don't have it on my calendar, so I don't know.
21st.
Oh, 21st.
First day of summer. It's always the first day of summer.
Oh. Oh, that's a good way to remember it. I don't know why I was thinking the 23rd. Must be something going on that day that I'm not realizing, but I don't know.
But
yeah.
I'm almost there.
Happy early birthday.
I can give Megan's answer.
Yeah.
She's also 31, correct? Mm-hmm. She's 31. Her birthday is the day before mine. So she is
a year
364 days older than me. So
do you want to go next?
Sure.
We'll go back and forth then.
Are we starting with personal questions or just
I don't know.
whatever?
I just have.
I got a random mix
questions.
of all kinds of things.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Just pick one.
Who is your favorite famous person that plays D&D?
Vin Diesel.
That was good.
Vin Diesel immediately.
No, I can't do that.
No.
Well, wait. Okay.
We're not
Can
including.
I alter the question a little bit?
What?
So, are we saying our favorite person who plays D&D or our favorite person to like view playing D&D?
It
can be both. Let's just do both.
Famous person that plays D&D. So
somebody
who has a like following, whether it's
well, no. I
voice
just mean
acting,
like
whether it's
for example,
let's do both.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Vin Diesel as a person, but I don't really watch his playing.
He's only really played once or twice.
Yeah, I just know he's a fan of it. Mm-hmm. But like I don't really follow him, but I love like The Last Witch Hunter, you know, they're oversaturated, but like the old Fast and Furious. Like I love Vin Diesel. I love Riddick, all of that stuff. And I think he's just like a neat dude in general. But if it's somebody who actually plays D&D, I would have to say Emily from Dimension 20, right?
Emily
College
Axford.
Humor. Yeah, from College Humor. I would have to say her because she has some of the funniest shit, especially during their one campaign with what was the girl from down or the creature from down by the creek. what was her character's name?
Moonshine.
Moonshine, that's it. Moonshine with Paw Paw. Her possum, Paw Paw. She had a little familiar. Or was it just a pet?
It was a familiar.
Okay, I couldn't remember. But yeah, so go ahead.
Also.
Oh, Vin Diesel.
I pretty much love everything that he's in, and like I haven't seen him do anything really with D&D, but just the fact that like I enjoy his movies also makes me enjoy the fact that he plays D&D. So.
And I would say I'm going to kind of answer for her. I would say for her, probably Brennan would be her favorite person who actually to like watch D&D, because she doesn't watch a lot of podcasts or anything. I don't really watch a lot of them either, but like we would see like compilations and stuff on TikTok and stuff, and she always laughs at Brennan's shit. So like
he is a good guy.
That whole group is just funny. But what's yours?
Mine would be Matthew Lillard.
Isn't that from
Scooby? Shaggy. He's also from Scream.
Oh, Up a Creek Without a Paddle, stuff like that.
Yep.
Okay, do you know who he's talking about?
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Oh,
The live action one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
He plays it on its own. He also is a part creator, or oh god,
She just pole vaulted off of me. What are you doing?
he is a part of a creator or owner as well in D&D.
Like of wizards?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if he is anymore, but he was.
Oh,
Like 2 or 3 years ago that I know of.
yeah.
But if I have to do, probably it'll be in the same area as Dimension 20, but Lou.
Is that the black dude?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
The heavier set.
Yeah. I think I feel like he has less funny moments, but when he has them, it's wild.
It hits.
Yeah. It's super funny. How many questions do you have?
7, but 3 of them, 2 of them are for you, Cody, and then 1 of them is for Krista.
Okay, I'm going to ask one for everybody.
Oh, shit.
And I might take it from somebody. What are our favorite hobbies outside of D&D?
Fuck.
Did I take yours?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Krista, go ahead. Favorite hobbies outside of D&D?
Reading.
Gross.
Pinterest.
No, actual hobbies.
No, I don't.
Not laziness.
I really thoroughly enjoy watching like cheesy sci-fi movies. Like Aliens. Oh, gardening, yeah. Although I'm not like I'm a beginner gardener.
Well, you still enjoy it. You just don't.
Yeah, I enjoy it and I'm learning a lot of stuff, but like
We don't have the property
yeah.
available to do the garden that we want to do.
Right. And what I do right now mostly is just assisting my mom with the farm garden. It's not like all of my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Camping would be another thing. Painting. In the past, I enjoyed sewing, which I think I'm going to pick it back up for some other like little projects, but I don't have the space here right now, and with a dog that sheds as much as she does, it's hard to do sewing projects here.
You good, my guy.
No,
the
that's
white
why
hair gets literally everywhere.
That's the only thing. I love that dog to death. I
Yeah.
love her. I really do.
But
I hate the hair.
Yeah, it's difficult.
She right behind you?
yeah,
Oh, which one?
I don't know what their names are.
Akame.
It's Derp.
Yeah.
Black, okay, black is Derp. Leopard is Leone. So.
Got it. Sure. Like I'll remember.
You will. You just called her Derp.
Well, yeah, because I remember the
Well,
eye
yeah,
thing.
we'll know who Derp is.
Okay.
The other one is just say not Derp.
Got it.
It's Derp and not Derp.
I would also say music is another.
Listening
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not playing music because I can't play music.
She's never tried.
I played the clarinet in high school, but
That's
that's
not real.
as far as I go.
That's not real music. No, I'm just kidding.
Sometimes I wish I could play like the piano, but I also don't have a lot of patience for that kind of stuff. So.
My problem is I played the piano in college because I took a class for that. Having the dexterity to do something with one hand and something completely different with the other, it escapes me.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can say it. It escapes me. It is wild.
How about
Is that
you,
one
Noah?
not derp?
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
Nope. Doesn't like me. Sniffed and then it bolted.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Give her a little bit.
tolerating you because she's not hiding.
Remember,
though.
she used to hide up on the freaking
Yeah,
you're
top
right.
of the cabinet.
You
Yeah.
could only see her ear tips at the top
Sometimes.
of the freaking
Yeah,
kitchen.
she would not venture out. Now she is a little bit.
We've got her to come out when we come down here.
Yeah.
But anywho, Noah, how about you?
For me, other than doing this and editing and D&D,
That's not a hobby though.
what? Editing?
Yeah, it's kind of a requirement.
It became a fucking
Well,
hobby.
it's kind of a requirement. She's
It is a
right for
requirement,
this.
but yeah, it became a hobby.
Yeah.
You tell me. You look me dead in the face and tell me eventually you're not going to pay somebody to do this shit because you don't want to fucking do it.
Maybe for the bigger ones, but I like doing these.
Okay, that's fair.
But I'm also an avid board game and movie collector.
Mm-hmm.
I collect a lot of movies. I still have a huge stack of board games that I have not even played, and none of these dickheads have really played. What?
Did you see Monster Hunter came in?
No one fucking told me.
It's a stack this high.
Oh.
We got to see all the
Multiple
pieces
boxes.
and stuff. We're gonna paint all the pieces and shit. It's insane. We missed the other Kickstarter. They had Iceborne out. There was 30 hours left. And I was going to pay $170 and just get all the other shit. It had like Rajang and like Barrioth.
I don't know any of these names because I don't play Monster Hunter. But I
That's
will be
true.
playing the board game.
That's true. But
Maybe you should play the game with us
he
before you play the board game.
to.
Why?
If I...
He's a
This is
fucking
how it's
pussy.
going to go. If I end up cracking to fucking Monster Hunter and I actually like the game, I will never hear the end of it. So I will
Just
choose...
don't tell anybody but us.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, and then
they're
you're
the
gonna
ones
be,
that are
one of you
tough.
is gonna be.
Well, the
like,
problem is too is he doesn't have an Xbox. He has a PlayStation.
Oh.
So he can't.
Isn't
play
it
with us
cross
anyway.
compatible?
No.
Oh well. Damn.
Shit. Oh well.
I'll get you an Xbox. It's okay.
My girlfriend wants me to get an Xbox too, but I'm
Yeah,
not
just
going.
get an
What does
Xbox.
she play?
Xbox.
Like what stuff
Oh,
does she play?
she only really plays Rocket League, and then she plays Fortnite and Apex with me and her dad.
I'm gonna tell you this.
That's cool.
If you guys, when you guys move in together, definitely go to an Xbox. If I set my home Xbox as hers and she sets hers as mine, like for example, I can go up. I got Elden Ring. Okay, I downloaded it on mine. She can download it on hers and play it separately.
Without paying for it.
Vice versa. We pay for one game and we both play it. So
Yeah,
super cool. And it's not like you have to share save profiles or anything.
I'll think about it.
Yeah. Play share is
It's-
awesome with
It's
that.
convenient.
But
Yeah.
the only reason I want to get a PS5 is because of Demon Souls. And what was the one that was a PlayStation exclusive that I wanted to play? The Forest, Sons of the Forest. I got it on PC anyway, but they're gonna knock that box of jars off probably.
The only other thing lately that I've been getting into is tennis.
Tennis.
I've been fucking
Tennis.
hard
Wow.
with tennis.
Where the fuck do you play tennis at?
At the skate park, they put in that new.
I haven't been to the skate park in years.
Well, they put in a completely new tennis court.
Oh,
That's cool.
We'll kick your ass at it. No doubt.
gross.
Probably because I'm clumsy.
I thought my nose was gonna bleed.
If you guys aren't busy on Fridays, we can kick your ass at it.
I don't do shit on
Who's
Fridays.
we?
Me and my girlfriend, Hope.
Oh, nice.
Because right now we have another competition with Tyler and Holly. they think that they can kick our ass at badminton.
Oh,
I don't think so.
I love badminton.
I don't fucking think so.
I would fuck you up at badminton.
No.
I would.
All right. This Friday, I won't be here, but next Friday, I'll kick your ass.
What's next Friday? We'll figure it out.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Got it.
I will rototill a place up in my yard and put sand in it just to beat your ass.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll put a net up. Anything else?
Not at the moment.
Mine is very simple. I don't really consider watching TV or anything a hobby. So, like, I create music. I'm a vocalist. Started learning to play guitar and then immediately gave up on it again.
At least you gave it another shot.
I mean, my thing is I'll still continue at it, but I haven't even been doing vocals. But I do vocals for a band called Neocracy. I do a vocals for my new project called Feigning Existence. I run my merch store. I just got my first, like, big design printed, the ramen bowl design.
Mm-hmm.
I have them upstairs, ready to go. That's why I was rolling my eyes about the white hair, because I had to, like, do some special stuff to get rid of the fucking, to make sure it doesn't get hair on it. I obviously also like camping. I listen to a lot of different music. I don't really play video games anymore. Video games is like a wintertime hobby for me, I guess.
Yeah, we're getting busy with other shit we're doing.
I haven't even turned on my Xbox in
It's
2 months.
Yeah, it's probably been like at least a month.
Well, that's not true. I turned it on the other day, but then I let it fall asleep because I started messing around on my phone.
Oh.
And I didn't even fucking open an application or anything. Other than that, that's pretty much the gist of what I do. So we're going to be dropping a song soon. Check out Feigning Existence. So it should be, what is it? On YouTube, it's Feigning Existence PA, I think. I think that's what it is. We dropped a teaser. It's got, like, it's obviously not what the song sounds like, but it's got, like, super compressed sound in the beginning, and then it deletes all of the instrumentals, and it's just my vocals, and then it goes into, like, the end of it, just as, like we said, a little teaser. But I'm excited to release the actual first song.
Okay.
Be super excited. Other than that, I don't really have any other...
You mind if I take the next two?
Go for it.
Because it's for you, dickhead.
Okay.
First one. How long have you been dealing with music or been creating it?
Well, before me.
It would have been 3rd grade. Because I started out... So I played the tuba whenever I was in school. And... it was like a ha-ha funny thing. I think it was 3rd grade. Is that when we started playing instruments?
Mine was like 5th grade.
Ours was 5th or something.
I would have to ask my mother, but I'm thinking for us it was 3rd grade, because I had a few years with Mr. Hetrick, and then I had my high school career with Mr. Stevenson at the high school. And I started out playing tuba, district, states, everything. Like, I was really good at it. And I just had, like, I don't know, I always sang, like, just regular clean vocals. And then I actually met our friend Devin, like, Brooks.
Yeah.
And he was listening to, like, heavy metal, which I had gotten into, like, metalcore, basically. He was listening to, like, A Day to Remember and, like, stuff like that. And I'm like, I had just started getting into them. So the day I met him, it was like, we had never talked before or anything. And I was dating Stacy and he was dating Alicia. And we were going on a double date. So they went upstairs to get ready, and Devin and I started talking. And then they came back down, and we were sitting on the floor together, like, pointing out stuff like, oh, I listen to them too. Oh, that's so cool. So I was like sitting there, and one day we were just riding in the car, and I used to spend so much time with him whenever we were in high school, like all the time. And I was like talking to him about it, and we were listening, and he started screaming, and I was like, "You can do that?" And he's like, "Yeah." It's like, it's not that hard. He's like, I was like, "Can you like teach me how to do it?" And he went, "Yeah, that's like, yeah, it shouldn't be that hard." And he like kind of like taught me the gist of it. And once I learned how to do that, I had already been playing bass in like a little side band. We never played a show. We were going to play like a talent show and do like a couple cover songs and stuff. But we never really like went anywhere with it. So at this time did I help create it or did I just join it? I joined it. I joined a band that was in the process of being created. They asked me if I was interested in playing bass. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll do it. So I played bass, and then I did clean vocals in that band originally. Just like side vocals. Well, one day at practice, we were doing something, and we were listening to like some random band. I was like, dude, I fucking love this song. And I grabbed the mic, and I started screaming it, and they all dropped everything they were doing and was like, what the fuck? Like, you did not tell us you could do this. So I went on and I started doing screaming vocals with them. Well, we started picking up pace, and we were like, okay, do we really want this name? And it was From Ashes. And I was like, the name's cheesy, like whatever. So we picked a cheesier name. It's called On Skies of Red. We played in Pittsburgh. We played everywhere. Like, we actually like made money in that band because we played so much and everywhere. And it was like a lot of fun. We got sponsored by Vitamin Water at one point. It was super cool. We won a competition in Pittsburgh, and then Vitamin Water like seeked us out, and then like we got free Vitamin Water all the time for like shows. We just drank Vitamin Water at the shows, and I don't think I've ever told you that. I completely forgot about it. I forgot about it until right now. But like we did that, and then because I remember Mom and Dad were like bitching all the time because there was like 4 or 5 cases of Vitamin Water in the garage at all times.
Yeah.
They were like, we don't even drink this shit. So we jumped around, and then we all had a falling out. I went on to create another band with some of our other friends. You remember Buff from Card Shop? He was our drummer. Chris Stamler, he was the guitarist, and Matt was our bassist. And sorry, I skipped a part of that. I quit playing bass. I put down the bass, and when we switched names, I became a full-time just vocalist. And then same happened with our other guitar player. He became a full-time clean vocalist. So screaming and clean. So I started another band called Rise to Lions after we had a falling out. Rise to Lions picked up pretty quick, but then also it died out quick because we had a falling out with one of our members. They were leaving, and for some reason they felt like not saying anything and just ditching was going to be easier than actually just being like, hey, I'm moving away. Like, this isn't going to happen. And I was told about it by somebody, and then, you know, I confronted them, and then it was fine. Because the thing is, they could have just said something because Buff was moving to college anyway. Mm-hmm. So we knew it was going to be a short term anyway. Well, I was messing around for a while, and then that's whenever Booth from He Who Creates was like, hey, we're looking for a new vocalist. I got up and did a piece for somebody else. Like, I did guest vocals for somebody. And they were like, he's not in a band right now. So they asked me to come try out, and I wrote probably our most popular song, Echoes, for our, like, for a, like an audition type thing. And immediately we kicked off, and I was in that band for 6 years, right? 6-7 years, something like that. And then we just ended up needing to stop playing shows because it was just getting...
2 of the members had little ones. And...
Yeah, it was just like kids were getting into the picture. And the thing that sealed it for us is we went to a festival and we had some quote unquote friends look after our merch. And then when we came back, all the money was gone. They just stole everything from us, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars gone. And we were just like, yeah, we're not going to be able to recoup this. Like, we're not going to afford this. Like, it's just too much. So, and at that time, Andy was also talking about going to the military and all that other stuff. And it was just like, okay, it's just time to call it quits. So, had our last show, everything. Well, now, with Feigning Existence, Alex got in touch with me and was like, hey, I'm working on a side project. Started planning vocals, writing lyrics, stuff like that. And he's like, hey, I found us a guitarist. I was like, oh, okay, who is it? And he's like, some dickhead named Booth. And I was like, no fucking way. So it's 3 of the members from He Who Creates. And then we got a drummer. His name's Brandon. Shout out to the bands he's in. I'm really bad with the other bands, but I know Gravebirth is one. They're from Pittsburgh area. I believe that's where they're labeled out of. And then he's like in like a country band, and then he's also in like a hardcore band as well. And then we just picked up a bassist, which is the bassist for Gravebirth. And I just found out he is like from New Bethlehem area. So I was like, dude, I live right near you. Or I grew up right near you. So I'm going to go meet him probably here within the next couple weeks. But it's been a long time. And then after He Who Creates, I stopped for a while. And that's whenever a lot of shit went downhill with me. So I was like, time to pick it back up. So it's been a long time.
Okay. My other one was, what made you fall in love with music or creating music?
This is going to sound like the cheesiest fucking thing ever because everybody says it, but I truly, like, you know how we talked about the wedding earlier where I didn't really feel comfortable. I don't, like, fit in with it. Whenever I got, like, to play music, it was just, like, I felt like I could naturally, like, hang with anybody. You know what I mean? I guess.
In that atmosphere.
Yeah, it's like, for the first time, I feel like it's, like, a group that I 100% fit in with, no matter what. I don't care if you're there to see anybody else. Like, most of the time, I just, like, the people I meet, all of that stuff, like, it's hard to explain, but it's like, I can actually feel feelings without having to, like, without even having to, like, try. Like, music just, you can even ask her, even when it's not me making music, listening to music, we get in arguments all the time because she's like, that song's like whatever, blah blah blah, all this stuff, and I'm like, but did you listen to like the words? And she's like, oh, I don't really listen to music that way. And I'm like, I cannot fathom that. Like, my brain cannot comprehend somebody listening to music just to listen to it. Like, understanding and feeling the emotion of music is like the only way I listen to music.
Well, it's like second nature to you.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I look at that Corey Wells stuff. You're like, I don't know why, but this song, like, makes me tear up every time I listen to it. I'm like, that's why I almost cry every time I listen to it. I'm like, this is, like, a hard-hitting song. And you're just now being like, I feel funny feelings for this. And I'm like...
This makes me feel something.
Yeah. I'm like, that's how I feel with everything. Play angry music. I feel fucking angry. Sad music, I feel sad.
Angry music actually makes me feel calm.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
my thing is like, it allows me to get the emotion out.
It's a connection thing.
So I think that's like the biggest thing, I guess, is just it allows me to feel feelings that I'm not good at feeling. It's the best way I can describe it. Makes me, it humanizes me in a way.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Because I'm definitely not a regular human.
He's an alien.
No, I'm just blunt. I am blunt and a lot of the times unfeeling. And that is not super healthy, but it's the world we live in today. I fucking hate this world. That's why. It's just...
Yeah, Canada's on fire.
Everything.
Yeah, we're getting all the smoke.
Everything should be on fucking fire right now. The way this whole entire world is...
I mean, metaphorically it is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Literally, I'm just... Me being emotionless is me being that dog in the meme where he's sitting there, he's like,
This is fine.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Like, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I'm just trying to live to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, at this point. And with music, it was like, I have a reason to live till tomorrow. Obviously, now I have you too, but you and my friends.
Oh. Why bring the cats in this?
Yeah. Oh, they're assholes.
Yeah, you're right.
It's okay.
All right, Krista, you take over for a little bit.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Oh, hey, real quick, before she says that, did you ever play an instrument or anything?
Yes, I was in the marching band. I played in percussion, mainly bass drum, but I was also a fucking killer timpanist. Timpanist? I played the timpani during it's kind of like a quad drum.
The big symphonic drums, not the marching drums.
Do you know what a bass drum is?
Yeah.
All right.
Lay it on its side.
Lay it on its side, and then add 3 more. But ranging
Like
in
you
different.
see in the
Yeah,
symphony,
I have to see...
they bang on the at the back of
like
those,
the big fuzzy mallets.
yes,
Yes.
Oh,
those are
gotcha.
timpanis.
I was really good at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then I've also picked up the mandolin.
Ooh, that's fun.
Well,
The mandolin.
I played the mandolin for a while.
That's cool.
During my last year and during the variety show time, I was just bringing my mandolin all throughout the school and playing it, just trying to practice it. Mm-hmm. And no one said a fucking word, and it worked. And something didn't work out where I had to either not play the mandolin and play the guitar or just not play at all. I tried playing guitar. I was able to get it, but it wasn't as fun as playing the mandolin. So then we ended up compromising, and I was able to play the mandolin in like a transition.
That's cool.
I always regret not playing guitar in school. Because I was always like, man, this school music just sucks. Like, this is just terrible. And now I realize I'm like, man, I could have been playing so much cool shit if I would have learned earlier. But
It's never too late.
it's too late.
Oh, and I also learned a little bit of tuba, because if I didn't do percussion, I was going to be a tuba player.
Dude, I could have taught you. I learned how to do the split thing where you're like with one breath you could play the octave like in E and a low E at the same time. So weird. That was hard to learn. Some dude at West Shamokin came in for like, what was that called? It's almost like a track invitational, but it's for
Regionals?
band. Yeah.
In the States.
It's for, well, it was for regionals. And the guy was like, they were like, we really want you to come to this because this guy that's featured this year is like a professional tuba player. He came out and he showed us some stuff that I was like, I didn't know you could even do this.
Yeah. Nice.
But
That's all I played.
that's wild. All right, continue, Krista. Sorry, that was a side note. I know she mentioned the clarinet and stuff, and you didn't say anything, so I thought you were in band, but I couldn't remember. Go for it.
So this is a question from Megan. Will our stuff ever be like considered for video recording, like Critical Role or Dimension 20? Do we have any plans to do that or ideas, or is that just something we're not interested in trying to make
We've
happen?
always had plans.
We've been talking about it. The thing is, we have to debate on whether we want to do...
Doing it online, like a webcam wise, or doing it in person and be actual having cameras.
Yeah.
Yes, we want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Not
it's just-
with the current campaign. There's too many people.
Yeah.
Too many people.
Too many.
We have to
parts.
finish this campaign first.
Yeah.
Another question: will there be more one-shots?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I have 3 planned right now.
Nice.
I just don't have a time or a date for them. One of my cousins is interested in picking up D&D, and he asked me to join. So I planned 2 one-shots, and I have a gist of them. So I'm going to ask him what he thinks he would enjoy, and then we'll go from there. Cool. Because if he's like, oh, I don't know, like, I don't want to, like, doesn't matter because I'm going to run both of them. I just want to know which one you want to be involved with.
Yeah.
So.
And if he does well, he will probably join the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. If he wants to. Yeah.
If he wants.
Yeah, he's fully able to. So.
Nice. Cool. I got 2 more.
All right.
Do you want to move on, or you want 2 more?
I'll do, unless you have any. No?
No, I'm still thinking.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of more personal stuff.
I'll do this one because this is a question that you might not like. What is your weirdest food combinations or food cravings?
Fuck you.
I have one I can answer
Fuck
right now.
you. Go ahead.
Ranch and hot dogs.
I've had that before. That's actually not weird.
It is. It's
Wait,
weird.
is
for
it
most
just
people.
plain hot dog with just ranch? Oh, yeah, that's weird.
I used to eat that all the time as a
Whenever
kid.
I was a kid, I used to dip raw hot dogs in yogurt and eat them.
I was
But
going.
I did it out of defiance for my mother because she's like, that can't taste good. And I was like, it does. And I just like kept eating it. I'm pretty sure it probably did not taste good. But
I was gonna say cold hot dogs. Just eating them cold it hits something different. For some reason, it hits different.
It's like
yeah, it hits
Vienna
the
sausages
it
or
hits
something.
the psycho killer nerve. That's what it is. Like that's what it is. Or not serial killer.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
same thing.
It is the same thing though.
Some cool shit right there.
Well, what do you got? I know. I know. There's one.
There's an old one, but my thing is I don't really even like onions that much.
Yeah.
So like I would eat them occasionally, but I'll just say it. I'm gonna get so much hate unless
it's mainly in the South.
Yeah, I should
But
say
still.
it's a Southern thing.
It's a Great Depression thing.
Yeah, it's Southern Great Depression shit. It's peanut butter and onion sandwich. A lot of people hate it. The funny part is everyone that tells me that it's bullshit is people who don't like onions in the first place. And I'm like, then your opinion is automatically just
Invalid.
it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, remember whenever I talked to Jake? And Jake was like, peanut butter onion, fuck it. And I was like, vindication! I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, somebody understands.
Look at your spike there. That's
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's spiked hard.
It'll be
I'll
fine.
fix it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. But like that was like a thing. It always got out of control whenever I said my dad ate it with like spaghetti and stuff. Like that's whenever people were
that's
like,
a little bit
okay,
much.
I'm back out. Because before they're like, I mean salty sweet, I guess. And I'm like, yeah, you get it with a plate of spaghetti. And they're like, okay, you lost me. Like every time. But I'll tell you what, it's the weirdest fucking thing ever. But
It works.
it
somehow.
works. It's fucking weird. It's weird. And I'm not saying my dad puts a lot of fucking onion on it. I would not put a lot of onion. But it's literally just salty sweet. And then you just eat it with spaghetti. I mean, you don't have to eat it with spaghetti, but...
Mm-hmm. Have you guys ever had SpaghettiOs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
How about a SpaghettiO mountain pie?
Ooh.
I've heard of people doing that. My problem is...
It's fucking good.
So my problem is
It'd be like
I could
lava though.
Well, my thing is I would probably feel like a fat fuck after eating that. All the SpaghettiOs and all that shit on top of bread, like...
No. All you put in is just SpaghettiOs. Wait, did I fuck something up?
No, I want to know how it works.
So in a normal mountain pie, you just put butter, bread,
Yeah.
the sauce and everything.
Yeah.
But fucking open a can, pour some in, put the top bun in, close it,
Oh,
Put it
so
in
you
the fire.
still
So
put
you
the bread
put
in.
you still
Okay.
put bread in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you just poured a
It's
whole
just-
thing of
I just put a
spaghetti
whole.
on
It's
I
it.
like-
just dump it.
It's like here's some starchy bread with some starchy pasta with a little bit of fake tomato. It's the water that you get out of the ketchup whenever you don't shake it, and then you get more starchy bread on top of that. And I'm like, I feel like I bite into that and I'd be like, this doesn't taste half bad, but I feel like I'm diabetic now. like I always thought it. So my dad does this as well. When you have leftover spaghetti, just trust me, try this sometime. It's a little crispy sometimes, but it's like one of the best things I love. Whenever you have leftover spaghetti, take some of it, throw it in a frying pan, and just fry the spaghetti to heat it up. Don't like cook it in a microwave. Fried spaghetti, like leftover. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know how like on cheese or on like pizza, like the
burnt cheese or something.
yeah, like the crispy cheese and stuff like that. You can get on
like
the
that,
box.
yeah.
It gets that in the spaghetti. It's almost like the $1 Million Spaghetti. Picture the $1 Million Spaghetti, but you're just having the top layer of it.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it solidified more.
That's
that
awesome.
shit is good.
Nice.
But I'm trying to think of like current. My problem is I started eating a lot healthier, like especially recently, and I'm like,
I could tell you the best food combination
What?
when we were snacky a couple months ago.
Oh, so I got this.
Yeah.
I'll handle
the
this.
best
God.
combination.
No, you will actually.
And it's
you would probably
it's
like
so
this.
simple.
Yeah. So I've always done this, but I never used graham crackers. She was the one that came up with that. So I always used to take, like, if I wanted to make a sandwich, do peanut butter, but you put it in a little cup or a little bowl, and you squirt honey into it. And you do it till it's like you scoop it and you go like this, and it runs out almost like, it's almost the consistency of like cupcake frosting.
Okay.
So you do that, and then she started taking it, and she just dips graham crackers in it and eats it.
Peanut butter and honey.
Peanut butter and honey
so
is
good.
so fucking good. Like, you always think, oh, well, I've had like peanut butter honey like crackers or anything like that. It does not compare to when you actually do like a spoonful of peanut butter and like a nice helping of honey, and then you mix it together. That shit goes. I've done like peanut butter banana sandwiches with that. Fucking elevates it so much. And if you use raw honey,
It's
even
fantastic. Yeah.
It's like the ratatouille. 2 different fruits, bite one of each. They're different tastes, but you combine it and it just explodes with flavor.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Watch Ratatouille.
Fireworks.
Fuck you.
It's a good movie.
I have
It
to
is.
watch it.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't really have any other weird stuff. That's all I can think of. Like I said, the raw hot dog and yogurt, I think that was just out of fucking
Spite.
spite
Really?
from my mom telling me that I was wrong for eating it. It's like, no, I'm not. It's delicious. I can just picture being like, it's delicious.
So I'm going to do one more, and it's going to be for you, Krista, and
Okay.
then we'll go back and forth for our last 2.
Okay.
So I treat Krista like a sister.
Mm-hmm.
We both...
We mesh pretty well.
Yeah, we mesh very well.
You guys are both dickheads. We get it.
Yes.
Continue.
But the problem is, I don't know anything about her. The only time it's kind of like a young sibling and an older sibling. The older sibling is already gone and doing shit while the younger one is just there.
Yeah.
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 So, what the fuck have you done before meeting this dickhead? Because after you met him, and I met both...
No, I'm just kidding.
After I met him and met both of you, it kind of slowly but surely became into an actual good friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you do beforehand? I know a little bit about like a librarian or
curious about
something,
this.
but
Yeah. So technically, I met Cody in high school. So he was dating Stacy, Alicia's cousin, at the time. we had a graduation party or something.
Yeah, it was Brooks's graduation party out in Rossiter.
I met him there for the first time. We were all hanging out together. Played spin the bottle.
I kissed everybody
as you do when you're a little kid.
Brooks, Reichard.
Okay,
All
just making
us,
sure.
yep.
Just making sure.
Brooks, Reichard, Sarah, Larissa.
It was a great time.
Krista, Stacy.
It was a great time.
Alicia.
It was hilarious.
It was insane.
I saw him on and off briefly at other things in the meantime.
No.
I thought.
Oh,
we
That's
didn't
the
see
thing.
each other till
we
college.
didn't see each other until
That
we
day
didn't
I
even see
passed
each other
you.
then. No. The first thing you did was message me.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So, high school graduation parties. I go to Clarion University. Go in there to be a librarian. So, I'm in library science classes.
I'm working at Brookville Sheets. Also, make a note. She's working at Clarion Sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I hear word from my boss that we're getting somebody transferred from Brookville because they are going to be living on like near campus instead of commuting. And I was like, oh, cool. Who? Is it somebody I might know or have a class with? And she told me it was Cody. And I was like, why does that name sound so familiar? So I looked him up on Facebook and I was like, no freaking way. This is cool. So I messaged him. I was like, hey, I'm so excited that you're like being transferred here. I finally like know somebody. We're going to be friends.
Like, cool.
He was a total a-hole.
I wasn't an a-hole.
I'm kidding.
Whoa, I just didn't. I was just like,
You
I was always the kind of person who was like.
He was very aloof.
Were you?
No.
Oh, the girl that I just randomly kissed at Spin the Bottle. Got it.
I knew who she was.
Yeah.
But I was just, it was always one of those things. Anytime somebody contacts me, no matter what, like, it's like Duke said, if you're not telling me to my face, I'm fucking clueless. So I was just like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, yeah, I'm excited. Like, and I was like, I had just, like, before that gotten out of a relationship. That's also part of the reason I was moving, because I worked with my ex-girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
I don't want to do this anymore.
I was like, well, I don't have anything holding me here. I'm going to Clarion because I'm moving there. And I was moving in with my guitarist, Chris, at the time. The one that I said from Rise to Lions. Mm-hmm. And Zach Force.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I was moving in with them. Oh, it was just me and Chris, and then Zach moved in later. But after that, that's whenever we bumped into each other on campus. Because I bumped into you on campus before I started working there.
Right.
So I still had I think I had 3 weeks or 4 weeks to work out before I could transfer to like finish the schedule.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm not going to screw you guys over for somebody. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't have to try and fill your schedule.
So at that time, I was dating a guy who was like kind of out there, hippie.
Just say trash.
He wasn't trash. He was
something.
He was something. He would do yoga naked in our apartment.
Okay, well.
So that was.
Well, at least it was in an apartment.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah. But his bedroom door would be open, and if you passed through the kitchen, you could see him. So that was kind of awkward for the roommates. The roommate was somebody who frequented a shop that we would spend a lot of time in Clarion, and he drank nothing but Dr. Pepper.
He would
literally
sweat Dr. Pepper.
Literally,
Okay.
He smelled like Dr. Pepper.
Until 2 years ago, like literally until 2 or 3 years ago, she could not drink Dr. Pepper. And
that's
just,
like almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gross.
It was wild.
So I don't even remember what drama happened or whatever. And I was like, hey, Cody, can you bring your truck over to move my stuff out of this guy's apartment? I want to take my stuff home. I'll just sleep out of my car. I don't care. And then he offered for me to stay at his parents' house.
This was before I moved.
Yeah.
So I didn't have my apartment yet. I was getting ready to move. That's why. So I switched to Sheets. Then she left her boyfriend, and I was like, you can stay at my parents' house with me. I was like, my parents aren't going to care. You know, you're like a nice person. And like, people always are like, oh, you guys were like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bitch, I slept on the couch and she slept in my bedroom. Like, I was like respectful of it. I was like, I had no plans to like do anything or anything like that. And then you can go ahead and explain the frustration over the next few months.
So I could tell an obvious attraction to Cody at the beginning. Okay.
And I should make it clear, I could too, but I wasn't like...
He wasn't
You weren't
acting
honing
on it.
in on it.
No.
No, because I was like, I just got out of this relationship, and I'm like, I'm not going through fucking something like this again. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make sure something's real
So
before I choose to, like, dive in.
He really played, like, hard to get for, like, 3 months.
Kind of without meaning to.
Yeah. But...
She would get, like, real close to me, like she was going to kiss me, and then I'd just be like, have a good night, and then walk away. Like, all kinds of shit.
Yeah. I don't even really think we had a first date or anything.
Yeah,
it
we
just
did.
kind of like...
Oh, we did.
What was it?
Down the Clarion River.
That wasn't like a date.
I mean, I've never taken another girl ever to go walk along the side of the river and pick up stones with them and stuff and just spend time with them. So I don't know about that.
Okay.
But that's where
That
I
is
first...
a very me thing to do.
And that's where I first kissed her at. Well, it was shortly before that, like, she was talking to me, and, like, there was a couple of nights where, like, we fell asleep together. Like, we were talking, and then, like, she fell asleep, and then I fell asleep. And we woke up, and, like, she was, like, laying in my arm or whatever. But, like, it was never, like, anything crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was, like, 3 or 4 months in before I even kissed her. I was like... And then, you know... I'm not going to say what happened, but I said something that I was like, well, this is where it ends. Like, this is where it ends. I'll tell you about it after this.
You
and
can say it. Be vulnerable.
I was like talking to her. I was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I was just talking about how like different things felt compared to like every other relationship I've been in. Like, it just seems so natural. It's like, I've never really felt like this with anybody. I'm like, it's just weird that like I'm so madly in love with you, and like I stopped, and I was like, oh, and at this point I never said I love you before ever, because I was like I said, I was holding out because I was like, I want to make sure this is like real and it's not like whatever. And I said that, and I like couldn't make eye contact for like at least a few seconds. And I was like, I was like, here we go. She's just gonna be like, 911. 911, what's your emergency? I'm currently in the room right now. I feel like I'm gonna be abducted. And she looked at me and was like, what did you say? And I was like, what?
I gotta go home.
I was like, what? You were in my bedroom.
You just say it and just leave.
I gotta go, and I just get up and leave. But I was like, and then I don't remember what happened, but we were just like, I just like couldn't really say much. I guess I kind of explained myself.
I don't really remember what happened after that, but I remember you saying it. So
yeah.
I don't remember what we did.
And then I was like, okay. I was like, I think you just... That was after we kissed for the first time. And then I still didn't say I love you after I kissed her because I was like, you know.
This is it for me.
Well, I was like, I don't know. And then as soon as I said that, I was like, holy fuck. And I was like, I don't slip, like, ever.
Until now. Until that point.
Well, that was like, I was like, dead embarrassed because I was like, I don't fucking slip like that. Like, I don't say shit whenever it's like on my mind, you know? And I was like, oh no.
And
I fucked up.
we've lived together ever since.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the
Yeah.
crazy thing. I tell everybody, I'm like, it was nothing weird, but like we lived together since before we were dating. Because after I moved in with Chris, she was like, oh, I'm going to move back to my parents. And I was like, okay. And that was still when we were in like kind of the dating phase a little bit. And then I moved into Clarion, and then she was still driving back and forth. And at this point, we were still like super good friends, kind of dating a little bit. But then she mentioned something about it. I was like, if you just give me some money towards bills and stuff, like, you can live with us. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I obviously wouldn't have cared, but like, it wouldn't have been fair to Chris to just do that. So she lived with us for a little bit, but then I had to have the talk with her of being like, hey, if you're going to continue, you know, got to contribute a little bit. And she's like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So ever since then, we just lived together.
I was paying half of my tuition out of pocket at that time. So I didn't have any money.
So I ended
up ridiculous.
She did end up going over and getting an apartment with some other friends. The apartment next door to us. And then I ended up moving out and moving next door with them. And then we all moved to a different house. And then I think it was after you graduated, right? After she graduated, we then moved, like, we all split back and went our separate ways, except her and I moved to my parents' house. And we lived in my house for a little while. I think in the basement, right?
Yep.
In the basement.
That's before we moved to
and
Ponce the first time.
I had transferred colleges, and I was finishing out at IUP. So I was going to IUP, at first I was going to Clarion, working overnights. I get off work at 6 a.m., drive to Indiana from Clarion, go to school until whatever time, drive back, and I would sleep at Brooks's house for a little bit, and then I would go straight back to Clarion and work. And on my days off, I would like go see her and stuff. She was staying at my parents', and
working.
My parents were super supportive through the whole thing and helped us out a lot. Same with her parents, obviously, as well. And we just like finagled everything until finally once I graduated college, then we were like good. Mm-hmm. But
so now that you have the story of us, which is the majority of my adult life, before then it was a lot of just spending time finding whatever I could do on the farm. My mom wouldn't let me watch TV a lot. She
Amen.
Was a lock the door behind you kind of mom.
Go the fuck outside. I'll see you at
Go
dinner.
outside and play. I'll see you at dark. I'll ring the bell for dinner.
Yeah, come back for lunch and you can have a snack.
Not in like a mean way, but she didn't want my sister and I to be inside all the time.
Yeah.
Also, it was a different time too, whenever like my parents would like be like, okay, I know who you're hanging out with, go for it.
Right.
And I would just leave.
For me, it was a little bit different because my sister and I didn't really get along.
Oh, and we should mention we grew up in the country, like surrounded all four sides by woods.
I had no neighbors at the time. 100-acre farm, neighbors down the road, but we didn't like play with them. And we had a swimming pool, so I'm a little fish. Call myself mermaid. Like that. I spent most of my time in the swimming pool. My cousin would come up a lot. She's 5 years younger, so we spent our summers together a lot. Painting, drawing, building forts,
playing in the dirt.
Yes, especially playing in the dirt. We had a few horses at the time, obviously goats and cows and chickens and all that kind of stuff. Making hay tunnels in the barn. That was very dangerous, but also very fun. I almost broke my ankle in the barn one time. My sister and I were jumping into a pile of broken bales. Humongous pile. Okay, so we definitely had the cushion below us. My sister held my hand and counted down 3, 2, 1, jump. She
didn't jump,
like half jumped, and like she had longer legs. She was taller at the time, so she was able to make it to the center of the pile. I didn't, because she didn't like pull me with her, and I right on my ankle, didn't break it, but I pulled all 3 of the major tendons on the side. So I was in a case for a while. What other? I've led kind of like a boring life. Like I've gone to a couple concerts.
Simple.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Like I read a lot.
I think the most you did was whenever we started dating and you started like coming to shows and stuff with us.
I was never really part of a social circle that did a lot of stuff.
Until then.
Yeah. So like not the boyfriend before Cody, but the boyfriend before him. He had a group of friends that would play Magic in the dining hall at Clarion. And I wasn't involved in any of that, but I would go with them and then talk to their girlfriends, just sit and like gossip, whatever. But that was nothing.
It's also, she's not a big gossiper too.
Yeah. So I was never like fully involved in any of that. I got involved with the
Russian mob.
No.
Hell yeah.
She's the machine.
The swim program. So they had a program at the pool that they would teach little kids how to swim. I did that for a little bit.
I never even knew that until right now. So.
I was doing that. They had just freshly built a new like recreation center. So they had a nice track. I did Zumba fitness classes. Those were so freaking fun. I wish they had those around here. The dance exercise ones. And they had a really tall rock wall. And that's where I became friends with Megan. I had a library science class with her and we were doing like introductions. And she was sitting in the front. I always sat in the back because I didn't like to sit in front of class.
Yeah, obviously.
So she introduced herself and like told everybody what she was involved in on campus, and the rock wall was part of that. And I went, "Woo, rock wall!" from the back of the class. And she turns around and she's like, "Hit me up later." And we just became friends after that.
Now I got to deal with 2 crackheads.
Crackheads. Yeah, but other than that, my summers were playing outside and baling hay with my dad and reading, drawing, making forts with my cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty boring and uneventful, which I don't mind.
That's
like
most children's
and especially rural
time. Yeah.
Children, like being out in the middle of nowhere, you have to entertain yourself. Like that's just how it is.
Yeah.
And especially if you have a sibling you don't get along with. I was 21 when my sister and I started to actually like talk to each other again. We didn't really have a relationship.
Yeah.
I stole too many of her clothes and ripped them or got stains on them, and she hated me.
Okay.
But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Now you know a little bit more.
I know a little bit more.
Yeah.
I now understand.
Yeah.
My pain.
Well,
the going down the river to pick up rocks is like the embodiment of my personality. Like, just call me a
weirdo
swamp princess, and I'm going for it. Take me down to the
Fiona?
pond and I'll find
That's
some
what I was
frogs.
just about to say. I was gonna be like, okay, Fiona.
Show me a pretty salamander, and I'm like all for it. Like,
gotcha.
pick me a wildflower and stick it in my hair. This is literally how simple I am.
I'm not gonna agree on
Don't
that part.
even.
I'm not agreeing on that simple part. That's just
Yeah,
what
it's
you
because you
like.
don't do it.
She hates me, so it's
I
fine.
don't.
All right. We'll go back and forth. You can do this, your question, then I'll go, then you, then me. Then it will end it.
I don't have any other personal questions. It's a
that's
D&D
fine.
really.
That's fine.
really
How big is
question.
your wiener?
You know what? I measured it last night. Again. I made sure.
If it's over 8, you're lying. Okay, moving on. You fucking liar.
What if you could pick one? I know there's multiple. If you could pick one of your favorite roleplay moments from the campaign and one favorite combat moment.
I have my favorite roleplay moment, for sure.
I think both. I have both.
Are they the same moment?
You want to go?
Yeah, the entire Snefra.
Oh, yeah?
The entire Snefra thing where Ranto was yelling and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I got to actually role play as him and just, even though Megan and you guys were like, Ranto, what the fuck are you doing? He's just like, bring it the fuck on! Like, he was just going. And then also, like, everything that led up to that to where, like, it changed Ranto's point of view and stuff. That was my favorite. So, and whenever, like, seeing you as a new D&D player just figure out the moonbeam thing and stump some of the, like, more senior players where we're like, oh shit, like, she figured this out.
Yeah.
I feel stupid as fuck. Like, it's just, that was, like, kind of like a proud moment, too. I was like, this is insane. Like, my wife gets it. Here we go. I was like, this was just an experiment to see if she'd even play it, and now she's like, hell yeah.
Mine would be, for role-playing wise, would be Ranto's ooze cut versus the girls. Figuring out how to do that and all of the hard feelings about
decisions that were made there.
Decisions and Ranto almost leaving again and all this.
Oh, the part that they don't know about yet.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'll just say the part that they don't know about yet.
Not yet. But having to hear all of that without any like push or hints at anything they found out on their own, and with everything that each of them said was very, very sweet, and
it was touching.
It was very, very touching.
It was nice. I remember some of us tearing up a little bit. I was like,
yeah.
Damn,
This
you really did tear up.
I teared up hard.
Aww.
Combat wise, I might have to go with the wedding crash.
Oh yeah. The Oasis.
I almost said Oasis, but I knew that was too easy.
Yeah, because it wasn't like really a combat. It was just Krista going, hey, a mimic's a shapeshifter, right? And I was like, oh, it's over. I was like, this is it. I was like we're done here. Like, and you were just like...
That was a little bit of an
roll
OP
to
moment.
hit.
OP moment for me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moonbeam is just redonkulous.
I got a little too smart for that.
Nice thing is that's like your Eldritch Blast.
Well, yeah.
You're level 12. What are you doing?
Moonbeam.
Yeah. Would you consider that a shapeshifter?
Technically no, but it says here that it is. Fuck.
There's a rock in your way. Moonbeam.
Shit.
He's taking a dump. Moonbeam.
What would be yours, Krista?
Just speaking for my character, I think my favorite roleplay moment was when Frondosa found out that Sadis was there when her parents died.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole, like, why are you trying to get me to be friends with her? I don't need to be friends with her. She probably killed my parents.
You mean bitch Frondosa? Yeah.
Yeah. That
well, like, rightfully so, but she was still a bitch.
That was my favorite roleplay moment because she was so, like, get off my back about being her friend. Like, that was a lot of fun to interact with.
Yeah.
Combat moment. Funny wise is when Aaron threw the fireball under him.
No. That was
that
good.
was hilarious.
What was that? That was
also during the wedding crash.
Yeah, what was the
ooze people?
I always want to call him a crow, but
yeah, it's pretty much a crow, a Kenku.
Yeah, what's the whose name?
Narsh.
Narsh. Yeah, Narsh is just like, bring it. He just throws the fireball. It's like, Jake, you can't jump that high. I think he pictured like a
him
Mario, like
up.
jumping and like throw it down.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you jump 2 feet and literally probably hit your foot with the fireball. And
I'd say probably in terms of the amount of fun and the amount of confidence I got from it, the Snefra fight.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think the Snefra was a highlight.
Yeah.
But.
All right.
Yep.
Mine, Chris already answered this a little bit, but it's still something that I had. What did we go to college for, or what were we going to go to college for?
How much time you got, buddy?
Cody has a couple.
I'm going to do this super quick, as quick as I can, and I'm going to say it in order.
Without as much story.
Yeah, I'm going to give as least story as I can because it's already 9:30. Well, 9:45.
Yeah.
So I enrolled at Vet Tech Institute in Pittsburgh. I decided that's not what I wanted to do, so I canceled that. Decided to go to Clarion University for biology. Switched to environmental biology, dabbled in geology and earth science, dabbled in a little bit of microbiology and stuff, and I was like, not really sure if I want to do this. Then I was talking to a bunch of people, and they said that to get like decent jobs around here, you have to, or like to get decent jobs in those fields, you have to move away. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to make this easy. And I started looking at speech pathology for a little bit. I was going to do that, but I didn't want to go to get a doctorate. So I ended up going for business. And that was whenever I was dating Emily. Because she was going for human resource. And I was like, you know what? I'll just do the same thing. Seems like a pretty good job. Every business, or almost every business, needs a human resource manager, all that stuff. So, went for human resource, started dating Krista. Just stuck with human resource until I graduated. Then got a job immediately that had nothing to do with human resource, and then I just never touched human resource after that. And now I print t-shirts. Well... I work at a place that prints t-shirts, yes. I should say.
Yes.
Yeah, you do multiple facets.
I'm shipping and quality control manager. So,
how's that going, by the way?
Pretty good. Yeah. At least this week.
Damn.
So,
I'll say it later. Go ahead.
I always loved the library. I assisted the librarian through like all of high school, doing whatever programs, putting books away, tagging books, all that kind of stuff that librarians do. And then my senior year, they put in a computer lab, and they made her do the computer lab classes, and she hated it. She's like, I never wanted to do any of this. I just wanted to be the library, Why do I have to do computer stuff? I don't really know computer stuff. I'm going to have to learn all this. So I still went to Clarion for library science. And I had the teaching certificate also on there. So I had to take teaching classes also. So English, speech, phonics, all that kind of stuff. And I got to the classes where they started with like... block. Getting you ready for block and student teaching and all that kind of stuff. And I really I hated all parts of that. I didn't want to be part of it. I didn't like that there were so many standards and all the testing. That was when they were coming out with the Common Core standards. PSSA up the ante on the tests kind of thing. I was like, I don't want to do this. So I dropped the teaching certificate and I was just strictly library science. It's kind of dumb at the time because I didn't really pay attention to the salary that public librarians make, because public libraries are grant funded through the state. So if you're not good at writing grant statements and requests, you don't get your library a lot of money. And they don't really teach you how to do that, and base pay for a librarian is like $30 a year.
Less than what I made.
Right. Yeah. So when I graduated from Clarion, I looked at they had a youth services program down here at our library. Went for the interview, asked a whole bunch of questions, all that kind of stuff. I was really gung-ho about it. And then I asked about the pay. $7.25 an hour. And that was only
Part-time.
7 years ago.
Yeah, and it was also part-time.
And it was
no
also
insurance,
part-time.
nothing.
No benefits, no nothing. So I was like, yeah, I should have thought about this more and like looked into more stuff. But like, that's all I knew at the time. That's what I liked to do. It's what I wanted to continue doing. But I've thought about going back for like a trade or a skill kind of thing, but like I don't know what I would do, and it would just be another money grab for them. I'd have to pay for it, obviously. So
my thing is with us creating our own businesses and stuff, I think it's going to be a lot better.
Attempting the entrepreneurship. So
All right.
Here we go.
I was going to go to college for being a masseuse or a chiropractor
Cool.
to start out because I loved hearing bones crack.
That is pretty great.
That's fair.
We watch guys on YouTube all the time.
I was going to say,
do
you
that.
can make a shit ton of money as a YouTuber, too. Because
And then I decided not to do that because I would have had to get my PhD, and that would have been longer.
Same reason I didn't want to do the speech pathology. I would also have to get a doctorate.
So then I switched to do computer science because that would also make a lot of money, and I was also very interested in computers. But then seeing some of the courses that I had to take, I decided I don't think I could do it. So I decided not to do it either.
Yeah.
I then went right to work, working at a t-shirt printing place. And while working there, I was helping my dad with concerts, like with lighting and setting everything up. And I found a love for being part of a stage crew or lighting or sound and everything. So I was going to go to college for being like a manager in that esque. In lighting or sound. But then just thinking about it, I could do it without going to college and just gaining a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Definitely.
As time went on of me working on that, we came across doing podcasting with Getting Old Sucks.
Was that the first one?
That was the very first one.
I still think we should bring that back.
I think we should too.
Just structure it a little differently.
Yeah. And ever since then, I found a love for doing this. And I do have ideas of like, I could try and, if stuff doesn't work out, I can do stage crew stuff again, or I could actually go to college and do something. But I think I'm pretty set on doing this.
I think another thing too, I can talk to you about it later, but I think you would enjoy like band management, but I don't know how you get into that. That's what I'm not sure about.
When I was in high school, I was the variety show director.
Yeah.
I was one of the three, and it became one of the most amazing things, one of the best things I've ever done, being able to be in the inner workings and actually make everything go smoothly.
Yeah. That's
awesome.
pretty cool.
Love it. Which it makes sense why you enjoy being DM.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Your last one.
What else do I have?
How big's your dick? No.
Let me see.
They're not the greatest.
Let me see. Which ones are they?
Any of them. And this will probably be the last one because I ordered food and I haven't eaten yet today.
Oh, shit. When did you order food?
3 minutes ago.
Okay.
It said it'll take about 15. So.
From where?
Sheets.
Okay. Yeah, none of these.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. I have this last one.
Okay.
What is something that you despise of? Makes your blood boil? What makes you want to choke a baby and then chuck it out a window?
Cool. Okay. I'm just kidding. Please cut that out.
Okay.
Or at least bleep it out.
Not like slow drivers or Amish and horse and buggy, because that's obvious. Everyone hates that.
Right.
But something specific to you that makes you want to chuck a baby out a window and be proud of doing it.
Children? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, man. I think just in general, the world, the way it is right now.
I would say, yeah, the way things function.
I think honestly, the
does not make
government,
sense.
like, it sounds like a boomer thing, but like the incompetence of the government, of all governments.
Yeah, just
that's like a more adult question, I get, or adult answer.
Yeah,
but if we're thinking of more like goofy stuff. What's something that really pisses me off? When Krista doesn't dump her drinks out at the counter and they sit beside the sink with like old
makes
coffee
you want to choke
in
a
it.
baby.
If you were a baby, yes. I want to bounce your head off the floor.
Okay,
like immediately.
So then you won't want to know what irritates me
What
when your freaking dirty socks are in the middle of the living room.
Yeah, my feet stink. So guess what I just did? I just threw my socks in the middle of the living room before we came down here. So there you go. Dirty socks and fuck. Actually, in general, just food in the bottom of a sink.
Yeah, he's got a real texture thing for sink messes.
If she leaves food on her plate, I'm like, I'm not washing dishes. Just so you know. We have an agreement.
He's a real child about it.
No. All right, this podcast is over.
All right.
All right.
All right.
No.
What's his answer? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna let that slide. I was like, well, thank you for everyone for listening.
What?
I was just gonna say
quote unquote
montage
ish.
music. Go ahead.
But still,
what makes you want to choke babies?
Oh boy. So this is the main thing that makes me want to chuck babies at the moment. So I bought miniatures from Etsy by this person. I'm not gonna dox yet.
Okay.
Yet. They got 24 hours left before shit goes down. But I ordered miniatures from them a month and a half ago. I'm like, okay, that's fine, easy. It said it'll be at my house in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah,
perfect. After I sent in the order, the person messaged me and said, "Hey, it didn't seem like you got your discount from doing a whole bundle, so you can resend the order with this bundle amount, so a discount." I'm like, do I just get the bundle? Can I just save it? Like, no, it's just for any orders, whatever. I'm like, okay, do that, send it again. And before I send like the new order update, the person said that they would start the order immediately, right in the morning, because I ordered at like 11 at night.
Yeah.
So think of it as a restaurant. You sit down, amazing customer service, great. You get a couple different things, an appetizer, a big meal, maybe an extra side of fries, and then like the perfect dessert. 10 minutes go by is like a day or two. Like, yeah, that's obvious. 30 minutes, more like almost a week. An hour and a half is like 2, getting to 3.
Well, you said till they send it, right? It was
Well, no,
to be
it
2
should
and a half.
until it should be
Oh,
at the house.
gotcha.
3 hours go by. And at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe something's wrong. I message the person or like try and call a waiter.
Yeah.
No response. I'm like, hey, how's the order going? Nothing. Maybe 3 more days go by. Hey, is everything okay? And it's like the day before it's supposed to be here, nothing has happened. No answer. The day of that it's supposed to be at the house, it said it shipped. So supposedly, it's in the warehouse. It's about to ship. It's the pre-phase, and whatever. I'm like, okay, that's fine. The time's changed. It's now going to be like another week. By the end of the week, it should be here. Still not fucking here. And I gave them an extra week. So right now, it is about a month and a half late. This person, I am fighting the urges. I am fighting my inner demons not to dox this person because I am giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I don't leave bad reviews. I don't leave bitchy comments.
Yeah.
But you're close.
Yeah.
But I'm getting to the point of pissing on a baby, lighting it on fire, chucking it out the window, running towards it, shitting on it, and then running it over.
Future Noah, please bleep out a couple of those parts that are incriminating.
I'm going to bleep on a baby. Well, shit.
Bleep that out.
But
too.
I am getting to a point where I want to destroy this person's company.
Yeah.
Can
and
you
I
still
will
cancel your order?
I already went on Etsy and said, hey, order isn't here anymore. I just want my money back. I don't give a fuck what.
Right. Yeah.
And I have to wait 48 hours, which technically tomorrow at 2 o'clock. If they don't answer back to me, I have to write a actual formal complaint to Etsy to try and get my order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because right now it's still supposedly in California in a warehouse.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yikes.
You can dox him to me after this.
All right.
That way, because I was looking on Etsy to get some stuff.
And this was Egyptian miniatures. So that pisses me off even more.
Yeah. That's fair.
But,
Ugh.
all right.
All right. Thank you all for listening to the 50th quote-unquote episode. Hope you all enjoyed. Anything else? No?
No. Sorry for blabbing so much, really.
Hey, we've been on this for 2 hours, and I will have fun actually editing this.
Aw.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we didn't do too bad.
Yeah. Noah. Montage music. Thank you all for listening to CNC Talks. If you like that episode and want to hear more, follow and subscribe to keep up to date. We have an Instagram and Facebook at Creatures and Cantrips and Twitter at Creature Cantrip. If you want your message to be read on the next episode, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Like, share, comment. It'll help us immensely. I hope you all have a wonderful day.